The Mazda 3 strengths won't be found on a spec sheet. Utility, fuel economy and drivability all fall around average, for instance. But the 3's distinctive style and refinement make it more enjoyable to drive and own than most other small hatchbacks. Small and economical sedans or hatchbacks aren't the penalty boxes they used to be. Today these affordable vehicles deliver far more refinement and panache, and the 2023 Mazda 3 is a prime example. From its sleek, attention-getting styling to its refined interior, the Mazda 3 is a standout in the class. Add in sporty driving dynamics and the option for a powerful turbocharged engine and all-wheel drive, and the case for the Mazda 3 gets stronger. For 2023, Mazda has adjusted the 3's lineup slightly. The previous entry-level 2.0 sedan has been discontinued. This trim was the only one to come with a 2-liter engine, so now most 3's come with the 2.5-liter engine. It's also slightly improved this year, gaining 5 horsepower and increased fuel economy. The available turbocharged version of this engine, which can crank out a robust 250 horsepower, is still available. The Mazda 3 does come up short on cargo space and rear legroom. As such, the Honda Civic, Kia Forte or Hyundai Elantra might be a better pick if pragmatism outweighs performance in your book. For our test team's complete rundown of the 3's strengths and weaknesses, check out the expert rating below. Want a more detailed ownership experience? Check out the Edmunds 2020 Mazda 3 long-term test where we evaluated the vehicle over a full year. Overall, the Mazda 3 impressed us, but in non-turbo form it left us a little flat. Read all about what we liked and what we didn't. Mazda vehicles tend to have pleasing driving dynamics, and that's true of the 3 hatchback. Above-average horsepower and acceleration make quick work of merges and on-ramps, while proper feedback from the brake pedal adds to a sense of control during typical driving and confidence during panic stops. The same goes for the steering and handling. Though not thrilling, both are pleasant in the daily grind. At our test track, even the standard 2.5-liter 4-cylinder impressed with an 8.2-second sprint to 60 miles per hour. But the optional turbocharged 2.5-liter engine is a whole new ballgame, whittling the 0 to 60 time way down to 6.1 seconds. It's a refined turbo too, with minimal lag and an abundance of readily available thrust. You don't need to floor it, just a gentle prod of the gas pedal makes quick work of passing or merging. The 3's interior is a generally pleasant place to occupy, with comfortable and supportive front seats that allow for all-day driving. The most prevalent sound is some engine noise during moderate and heavy acceleration. But it doesn't have an annoying drone. In fact, the turbocharged engine makes a rather endearing baritone thrum. Across the lineup, irksome road noise is minimized. Owing to the 3's more driver-focused mission, the ride transmits most bumps and vibrations into the cabin, but the suspension controls these motions in a way that keeps passengers from complaining. When it comes to air conditioning, you can simply set it to auto and forget it. The 3 is a masterclass in simplicity and intuitiveness. The controls are easy to use and find, helping to keep your eyes on the road. We also like the driving position. Everything is within view, and almost all drivers should be able to find a setting that they prefer. What brings the score down? Visibility and the rear seat. The rear window is small, and the rear side pillars create large blind spots. While proper mirror placement helps, backing out of a parking spot requires more awareness and concentration than it should. While we largely praise the front seat experience, the back seat is tight. There's enough headroom, but legroom and shoulder room are below segment average. Plus, you have to duck when getting in or out. Support for Android Auto and Apple CarPlay comes standard. Controlling the interface with a rotary dial instead of a touchscreen takes some getting used to, but it works after practice. Onboard navigation is a functional standalone option if you live in an area with poor cell phone reception. A suite of active safety equipment, which includes adaptive cruise and collision mitigation, comes standard. But some systems can be overzealous in their warnings, and the adaptive cruise has difficulty braking smoothly. Fortunately, you can adjust these systems individually. The cargo area is a touch smaller than average. Though the storage area is deep, there's no way to lower the back seats from the cargo area. We are more fond of the center storage options for the front occupants, including the long, wide tray that accommodates most personal effects and the small cubby to the left of the steering wheel. Rear passengers have few storage options, and the door pockets throughout are average size. The easily accessible car seat anchors help when installing a car seat, though the somewhat smallish rear space means you'll likely have to move the front seat forward. Plus, the cargo privacy shield blocks the rear tethers, a minor annoyance. The following pertains to the 2022 Mazda 3. Fuel economy estimates have changed slightly since, but our general takeaways still apply. All-wheel drive means a slightly smaller, by a half-gallon, fuel tank and an EPA estimated 27 miles per gallon combined. Front-wheel drive brings an estimate of 29 miles per gallon combined with the automatic. These figures are a bit below average when compared to similarly outfitted hatchbacks. But we achieve 32 miles per gallon on our 115-mile mixed driving evaluation route, so it's likely that you'll be able to match the EPA rating in real-world driving. Style is the Mazda 3's calling card, and it's delivered through high-quality materials that are tightly assembled. The only apparent wart is high-gloss black trim in the center console that attracts fingerprints and smudges. To be fair, this is a problem on many luxury cars too. Fuel economy, warranty and ownership perks are about average. You're paying for the style more than anything else, though the optional turbo engine adds a big dollop of performance and naturally costs even more. At the top trim level and outfitted with all-wheel drive, the 3 hatchback is more expensive than just about everything in the segment, especially if you go turbo. That brings luminaries like the Volkswagen GTI and even the Golfer into play, so it's worth doing some cross-shopping to make sure the Mazda wins in your book. Though there's still some fun to be had from behind the wheel, the latest Generation 3 delivers a different kind of driving pleasure that's geared more toward refinement rather than thrills. The 3 can still make you smile on a mountain road, but it's more oriented to being pleasurable on the daily commute. Having said that, the turbocharged engine is a game changer, enabling the unassuming 3 to keep up with many entry-level luxury cars. The hatchback's expressive exterior styling is a standout, especially in a crowded parking lot. The look makes the 3 special. The interior design and materials back up this presence, creating an overall sense of luxury and style that's unmatched among competitive hatchbacks.